And checking in with another daily update on progress and steps taken towards the speaking goals. And I was speaking again today, presenting this morning at 9 o'clock to another new company that I've not worked with before, but it was through Gen Healthy Minds. I love doing these sessions, I really do. And this was a very different one because it was, well, it wasn't different in terms of the content. It was very different in the way that we approached it and what the objective of the session was. So it was all around how to thrive when working from home, how to manage your energy, stress, all of those good things. It was a 90-minute session, but what we did this time is I stripped down a lot of the content. So all the kind of the most important bits were still in there, but I was a little briefer with them. So actually we got through the content in about an hour, and then the last 30 minutes was all about how do you not just put these things into practice yourself, but actually how do you help others? How do you enable others to do the same thing? So they're all managers and they've all got people working for them, reporting into them. So this is, I thought it was a great opportunity actually, because not only do we get to sort of help them, but if they can start changing things and paving the way, making it easier for others to also make those kinds of simple changes, then it kind of increases that reach, it increases that impact and influence. I mean, it's simple things that like boundaries at the end of the day, for example, and how the commute, we don't have the commute anymore, so that 2 hours that we've now saved is just getting gobbled up by additional work. And so we're working longer hours, say we, I guess I am in some ways, but they are working longer hours, their teams are working longer hours. They're not finding time to do things like exercise, take breaks during the day. Lots of back-to-back meetings are being booked in, which again is meaning that they're struggling to catch their breath through the course of the day. It's like, how do you bring standards and policies into play that are explicit to say we don't book meetings in between 12 and 1, for example, or we only book 45-minute meetings, not 60-minute meetings. So we've always got that 15-minute buffer in between. So what I loved about it was a 60-minute piece of content, so stripped down the session from what I normally deliver, 60 minutes of content, and then the last half an hour was discussion. So we had breakout rooms, then we came back and we discussed it, and it was a really, really good conversation. I mean, I took a lot away from it personally as well, kind of looking at how what some of the challenges are, not just as management, but with, as a member of a team as well. There's probably nothing groundbreaking or new within any of this, but what I loved about it was the energy and this kind of sense that we're going to make some changes here. We're going to do this. We're not just going to talk about it for 90 minutes. We're actually going to go away and implement some of these changes. So I think there's some more work to be done with this particular group and with the wider organization. And I think that's coming up at the end of April, May, I think, which is great. Or maybe it's March, April, actually. Yes, so maybe it's coming up a little sooner than that. But yeah, just a really good session this morning. Really enjoyed it, and it was, for me, it was a shift because it was a lot less about the content and much more about the discussion. And I think that's a balance that I'm probably in some cases I know that I've been too far towards the heavy on the content side and not enough discussion. So I want to try to rebalance that as one of my kind of next my next steps going forwards as I develop as a facilitator and as a speaker. So a good day of learning for me today. And also a few other speaky things coming through as well. I'm trying to put this proposal together based on yesterday's meeting, put a couple of other little bits through, followed up on a few things as well. So things are kind of happening and gathering a bit of pace. But I said yesterday that I needed to kind of gather all these things together, make sure I don't drop any balls. Haven't properly done that yet. So I'm going to sit down this evening for 20 minutes or so and do just that. So my day isn't over yet. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.